Hey there shoppers, it's Amy and I'm so excited to talk to you today about the Ampace 1500 Andes. This is one of the best portable power stations I've ever had the opportunity to check out. It's from an incredible company as well, and I can't wait to tell you all about that. I'll give you guys a little teaser. Adam and I are actually headed to Xiamen, China tomorrow to check out the factory in real life. And I'm telling you, I've seen some pictures, I've seen some videos, and it is mind-blowing. It's going to absolutely blow your mind how state-of-the-art and beautiful this factory is, and just see all of the technology and the things that they are putting into their products. You're gonna be blown away. So I can't wait to share more with you about that. So I want you guys to make sure, if you're not already, go ahead and make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell, so that way when we debut that factory tour video, you'll be the first to know. So I've been super impressed with Ampace so far. And this power station right here is one of the latest and greatest on the market. I've checked out a lot of power stations, and let me tell you, this one is really set apart by a few key things that I personally absolutely love. First of all, it's got that Life PO4 battery. It's next level. That means over time, when you recharge it over and over and over again, you're still going to have the same battery life, which is important. If you have emergency situations, and spoiler, we'll talk more about that later, like we do here in Florida, that is important that you're gonna have something that's gonna last for you over time and over thousands of charges. It's also, speaking of the charging, has the fastest charge rate that I've ever seen of anything in its class. Most of their competitors, they're charging in 100 minutes, 110, 120, something like that. This full charge in 55 minutes. That is lightning fast. It's crazy. Plus, I love that you get a variety of different charging ports. I'm talking 13 in total, and you'll see some here. I've got some ACs on this side. You've got your DC over here, your USB-A, your USB-C, a little bit of everything. And as far as your ability to charge up, you're able to use this with your car, with, of course, traditionally your AC outlet. That's going to be your fastest, your go-to, your normal. But if you're camping or you're in those emergency situations, or you want to utilize the power of the sun, you can also use this with solar panels to be a little more environmentally friendly. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm out here today kind of demonstrating why this is something that's so imperative to my life, to have a power station that I can take with me so I'm able to film on location. As a content creator, a lot of times we're out and about and we're places where, you know, a traditional wall outlet is just not accessible. But you can see I've got a lot of electronics. You need to be able to run your lighting system. And this, because it does have that high uptake and it has the ability to even take on larger wattage products like your lights and your coffee makers, your refrigerators, things like that, you're still going to be able to run those off of here. You're also going to be able to charge everything throughout the day that you might need. Like I've got my drone, my extra phone, my charging pad for my Apple Watch, and of course my microphones. A lot of times I'm charging my gimbal, I'm charging, you know, my GoPro, things like that. So this is so imperative to me to be able to charge in different locations. We're going out camping, we're going to the Grand Canyon, we're going to waterfalls, we're going to different places, and being able to stay connected and have power, have lights, have everything that you need is so important. And this is something that I use regularly, like on a weekly basis, even when it's not an emergency situation. Again, we're going to talk about those emergency situations, and we're also going to talk about all of the creature comforts. So stick with me as we head over. I'm going to show you this in the Jeep and show you some of the things that I absolutely love that really sets this one apart, just kind of aesthetically. So I told you guys how practical this can be when I'm actually getting my work done, but it's also super fun for taking on vacations. This is not just all work, it's a little bit of play as well. So what do I mean by that? This is going to be your best friend when you are camping or taking this on a trip. Maybe it's in your RV, maybe you're just outdoor camping, but let me show you. It's got a built-in light right here, and it's hard to see out here because it's pretty bright, but I will show you guys in overlays on screen. You've got a light that has various brightness, and it even has a little SOS feature. just in case anything happens to go wrong. It also has these fun ambient lights on top, which are really, really incredible. Right now they're flashing green, but in the app, you're gonna be able to actually change that light up so it can fit your mood and fit your vibe, whatever's going on. Really super, super fun. Great for those campfires or listening to music with your friends, and all, you know, on your camping trips. You're also going to notice that this is really, really user-friendly. So what do I mean by that? If you're carrying this on a camping trip, even if you're a smaller person like I am, it's very, very easy to carry room to room. It's got built-in handles. So built-in handles right here. This is the 1500 watt power station. It's quite huge, but I'm still able to easily lift it. So in an emergency situation, I'm able to take this out of storage by myself. In just a normal camping situation, I'm easily able to lift this up and put it in the back of the Jeep. It also has a fun just build in general that I really like because it's got a flat top. So this means it's kind of stackable. So if I need to stack this in the garage, or I live in a smaller space, or I live in a smaller apartment, this takes up a relatively really small amount of room, and it's just designed really, really well. So not only is it saving me space, not only is it super lightweight for how hefty of a power station this is, but it's also very easy to take on your super fun trips, to take camping, to have those nice lights that are going to help you out when you're camping, even the emergency light and the ambient lights. Plus on top of that, it's whisper quiet. So even when you're powering a lot of different things, you're not going to hear this power station going. A lot of these get really hot. They have really loud fans. They can be kind of obtrusive. So if you're trying to sleep, if you're trying to take this on a camping trip, or you're using this in an emergency situation and you still need to get some sleep, this is going to be whisper quiet and allow you to have all of your creature comforts without any disruptions, which is really fantastic. So finally, you guys, last but not least, having the Ampace Andes in an emergency situation is so clutch. It's so important, and it just makes sense. Let me prove it to you. So my two things, whenever the electricity goes out, and inevitably it does. I live here in Florida, and we suffered 2 back-to-back hurricanes last year that left us without electricity for over 2 weeks. So my first things to do, I gotta get a fan going. And you can feel this going right here. Feel this high-powered fan that is already making the room cooler. That's fantastic. I also have my mini fridge going in the background. You're probably able to hear that a little bit. Ambient noise, just again, talking about how quiet this is. The fan and the refrigerator are much louder than the sound of the power station itself. So first 2 things I do, I get my fan going, try to cool the room and try to, you know, deal without air conditioning. And that's so, so important to just be able to sleep and survive. You got to be able to have a fan going. Second, I get my refrigerator going, and I'm able to move everything and make sure that I am salvaging all of my perishables and all of my medication. And you guys know, first of all, just being able to keep your medication is huge. That's life-saving. It's so important. Not only is it expensive, but it's imperative for your health. On top of that, all of your perishable goods, we know that groceries are more expensive than ever. And just think about it, probably the price of the groceries in your refrigerator and freezer right now that would go bad if you had a power outage for only a few hours and you weren't able to back it up with the Ampace, then you would lose all of those groceries, all of those perishable items, and that's probably what, like, do the math in your head. That's probably close to $1,000. You can't afford to do that. And if you put medication on top of that, oh my goodness, you are saving money by picking up a power station that is going to be there for you whenever those incidences inevitably occur. Not only is it going to keep you more comfortable, you're going to have your food, you're going to have your medicine, you're going to have your phone being able to charge, you're going to be able to charge your laptop, you're going to be able to get weather updates, you're going to be able to have your fan running, all of those things. But you're also going to be able to save so much money just making sure that all of your food, all of your medicine doesn't go to waste. You're able to keep those things fresh. That's really, really important, and I think just my biggest selling point, that it just makes sense. Even if you have a smaller apartment, even if you think, we don't have weather incidences that often. I don't know about an emergency. No, it just makes sense. Everyone should have a portable power station in their home, and this is the one that I recommend. It's from a fantastic brand, and like I told you guys, I'm so excited to visit their factory, and I definitely cannot wait to follow up with you. So again, make sure you are hitting that notification bell so you get the notification on our next video. I'm so excited. I've been able to test this out for a few weeks, and now we're actually going there and seeing it all the magic happen in real life. That is going to be a life-changing experience that I cannot wait. I love this brand. I know that you guys are going to love them as well. I'm going to leave all of the links and information in the description below. Please go ahead and check that out. Get to shopping. Adios, amigos.